Hello and welcome to the Keywording Your Site Mapping, Submitting Your Site to the Search Engines, and Getting Visitors section of the Dreams Over Jobs system. So, what we're going to be doing in this video is going over a couple of the plugins that I showed you guys as far as keyword research, as far as keywording your sites, and site mapping it. And then we're going to show you guys how to find keywords that people are looking for so that they're putting into the search engines, so that way when you put those keywords on your site, then your site will show up and your articles and stuff like that, and you can get traffic and visitors to your site. Now I'm also going to show you guys a couple of different ways to get traffic and visitors, and to get links out there as well, and how to submit your site to the search engines. So the first thing that we want to do is go to our back office. And once we're in our back office at the dashboard, do you remember the plugin that I told you guys to install called All-in-One SEO? If you didn't install this, go ahead and install this now. And you can do that just by going to your plugins, add new, install, put in All-in-One SEO. So once it's installed, it should be all ready. Just go ahead and click on it right here where it says All-in-One SEO. And what we're going to do is scroll down. I'm going to clear these out so I can give you an example because yours is going to be blank. And right here, see this is the top, and we're going to scroll down just a little bit to this second section. In fact, I'm going to close this help thing to make it easier. And right here where it says home page settings, home title, home description, home keywords, comma separated, this is where we want to be. So what you want to do before you do this is find some keywords that people are looking for so you can rank your site. So the first thing that we're going to do is open up a search engine, and we're going to type in the search engine Google AdWords. Alright, and as you can see it's at the top here, just click on Google AdWords. Or if you'd like, just put in adwords.google.com right up here at the top. Now once you're here, as you can see, it says Google AdWords, Home, Campaigns, Opportunities, Reports, and Tools. What we want to do is click on Tools, the one at the very end, and we're going to go down here to Keyword Planner and click on Keyword Planner under Tools. Now, it should take you to this page right here. So what we want to do is right here where it says search for new keywords using a phrase, website, or category, what we want to do is click on this link right here. Now Google AdWords does a lot of things. It's a pay-per-click thing and it does a whole lot of things. But for this tutorial, we're just going to show you how to find some keywords. But if you want to come back to this and play with Google AdWords and learn more about it, feel free to. It's a really good way to get yourself out there and to get some visitors. But for now, what we're going to do is right here where it says your product or service, we're going to go ahead and put the keywords in that are related to our site. So in this case, it's going to be self-sustainable living. Once we put that in, we're going to hit Get Ideas down here at the bottom. Click on this. And what this is going to do is pull up all the different keywords that are related to self-sustainable living. So as you can see here, self-sustainable living has 590 average monthly searches. The competition is low. And this is your bid for the AdWords if you want to do that. But we won't get into that right now. That'll be later on into deeper traffic methods. But for now, we're just looking at the average monthly searches and the competition. So what we want to do is scroll down, and as you can see, we have self-sufficient living with 2,400 searches, competition's low. Sustainable living with 6,600 with low competition. Homesteading, self-sufficient communities, and so on and so forth. So what we're going to do is, so far it looks like sustainable living's our best bet because it has 6,600 searches opposed to 590 every month, and both competition are low on both these keywords. So what we're going to do is highlight this. Now there's another thing before we do this. You can do this right on your computer, or you can go here where it says download and click download right up here at the top. Let me show you. Right here where it says download, you can click download, and then you can download it to an Excel sheet, AdWords editor, whatever you want to do. I'd say Excel sheet, and click download. So we'll click Save File. And if you would like, you can now open this keyword planner, and you have all your keywords here on an Excel sheet. So you can use them and do whatever you want. You can highlight them all at once, however you want to do it. For this tutorial, I'm just going to show you guys how to do it right from your computer. It's kind of a lot easier, and it won't junk up your computer and take up space and stuff. So what we want to do, since we've decided to use sustainable living, we're going to go ahead and highlight this, copy it, and we're going to go back to our SEO settings under our all-in-one SEO, and we're going to paste this into our home title. Now, all we really need to do is to get this phrase in all three of these boxes. So what we want to do here for our title is put sustainable living for, we want to beef this up a little bit and do this however you want, individuals, families, and communities. And oh yeah, most search engines use a maximum of 60 characters for the home title, so we're right at 60 characters, which is pretty cool. That worked out pretty good. So we want sustainable living in all three of these. So next we're going to go to the description. As you can see, we have 160 characters. So we want to put sustainable living in here. So how about helping provide sustainable living so that individuals, families, and communities can produce their own food, water, and energy. Go ahead and correct this spelling. So as you can see, we have sustainable living in both our home title and home description. Next, we want to put it in our keywords. So we're just going to put sustainable living, comma, and then we're going to go back here to our keyword planner, and this is where we're going to put these keywords at Google AdWords. So let's take a look here. How about we put in self-sufficient living, 2,400 searches a month. So let's copy this, put it in our keywords. Oops, I want to space that. For some reason, it's being kind of funny about that. See how it didn't put a space in there? It took it away. Just put your cursor back and space it back out. And then put a comma and put in your next one and then do the same thing. So how about self-sustaining communities? There's 1,000 searches right there. Usually there's more searches for a lot of these niches, but that works for me because self-sustainable living is going to be really, really big, and pretty soon everybody's going to not only want it, but absolutely need it. So that's fine for me. That just means I'm ahead of the game. So next, how about a self-sustaining house? Highlight this. And we're going to paste it right in here. Separate it with our comma, of course, and then we'll go back here and put a space after this. Go back and find some more keywords. How about just self-sustaining in general? 6,600 searches. Looks pretty good. Now you don't want to overdo the keywords. A lot of people, they overdid the keywords, and the search engines don't like that. It used to be you could get a lot of traffic like that, but now the search engines, the ranking is totally different. They wrote a different algorithm because people are taking advantage of this. So basically, you don't want too many keywords. You want to keep it kind of in between somewhere. You're not too much, but not too little either. So let's keep going. Find a couple more. How about eco homes? That's a good one. 12,000 searches. Highlight it. Copy it. Put that in there as well. Just make sure that the main keyword that you want to rank for is in your title, description, and keywords. Now also, you can use this for any page on your site, whether it's an article page or an actual page on your site. You can use the SEO options. You can use the all-in-one SEO and put in the keywords for whatever page you want to rank, specific page you want to rank. So we're going to go back here, maybe put in a couple more. See if we have a higher one. Sustainable design. How about eco-friendly homes? Yeah, there we go. Sustainable development. 90,500 searches. So we'll take that one. Put that in here as well. And that's pretty sufficient. We don't want to go too much more than that, because like I said, the search engines really don't like it when you overdo that. What we could do is put in related topics like clean energy, just to show you guys an example, and do a clean energy search as well. Let's see what we have here. Surprisingly enough, the competition is low. There we go. Wind turbine, 90,500, renewable energy, 110,000. I'm going to throw this one in there since the competition is low. So kind of look for high volume searches, kind of like this one right here with 110,000 with low competition. That way when people put these search engines or these keywords into the search engines, you're going to have a much higher chance of them finding your site. Renewable sources, alternative energy sources, windmill, biomass, bunch of different stuff here. I think that's good for now because like I said, we don't want to overdo it. So once we put our keywords in our site, we're going to click our update options and save it. Now that it's saved, we want to make sure that our sitemap is working properly, and I had you download a plugin to that as well. So what we want to do is we're going to go down to Tools, Settings, and very down at the bottom it says XML Sitemaps. If you haven't installed any of these plugins, you should have by now. Just go to your plugins, click Add New, and install them. So go to your settings, click on XML Sitemap. And right here, where it says the URL to your sitemap index file is this one right here. And it says Google successfully notified about changes, Bing successfully notified about changes. That means we're good to go here, and it should do this automatically. If not, go down here to where it says notify search engines about your sitemap and click on this, and it'll push it through and make sure they're notified about your sitemaps. That's all you have to do here. You can go down here and look through your options and change some of these up if you like, but it's not necessary because they're all set up pretty good, so you don't really have to mess with these at all. You just have to go here and make sure that it says Google was successfully notified about changes and Bing was successfully notified about changes. If it says that, you're good to go, and it's going to do it automatically. When you update your site and put new content in it, come in here every once in a while and go ahead and click here where it says notify your engines about your sitemaps. And that should do the trick, and your main sitemap and all sub sitemaps. Click these two links every time you put a bunch of new content on your site. And that's pretty much it for your sitemap, and that's also pretty much it for your keywording. So let me show you something else really quick about all-in-one SEO as well. As you can see, we've got our keywords here: sustainable living, in our home title, home description, and home keywords. So that looks pretty good. Next thing we want to do is go to our pages. And let's say I haven't really set up too many other pages. So let's say we want to rank our About Us page. Probably won't. It's nothing we really want to rank, but just to show you an example of how this works, we're going to go in here and do this. Better yet, let's go to the growing food one. That'll be better. So click on Edit where it says growing food or whatever page you want to rank to the search engines. And then if you scroll down, see here where it says All-in-One SEO Pack. Go ahead and click on this and drop it down. And as you can see, we have once again, we have our title, description, and keywords. So what we're going to do is go back here and put in growing food. And we'll click enter. Now as you can see, 9,900 searches a month, competition's low, and you can see a whole bunch of other keywords that it's suggesting. It kind of makes me sad because I can see here with self-sustainable living how low people's priorities are. But like I said, it's fine with me because that just means I'm ahead of the game, because when economics get worse and people are going to realize that they're going to need to grow their own food, especially within their own states and cities, this is going to blow up. And there's a lot of regulations to this, and eventually the people are going to stand up and say, no, we're going to grow our own food, water, and produce our own clean energy. So anyway, how about we go here to raised garden beds? That's pretty good. 60,500. The competition's high, so we're going to have a hard time ranking for it. But at the same time, it's not really going to hurt to have it in there. So we'll copy this. Actually, first off, grow your own food. 1,600. Competition's low. Let's make this... Actually, you know what? I think I'd rather use this one. Just plain growing food. Let's keep it like that. So let's go back to our editor. We have growing food. It put it in here automatically. Growing food for individuals, families, and communities. So we have our description. Here, let's go ahead and type over this. Actually, hold on. We're going to make this the title. Growing food Sorry about my spelling, looks terrible. And this isn't a very good description. I'm just kind of doing this really quick. I'd probably put some more thought into this, and I'm going to go back and change this later if we weren't doing a demonstration video, so take a bit more time with this. But we want our title growing food, description growing food, needs to be in our description just like it is. And then we go back here and we start putting in our keywords. So grow your own food. First off, let's put in growing food. And then we're going to paste this in here. Like I said, we're not overdoing this, or it'll actually hurt our rankings. How about raised garden beds? Even though the competition's high, I still want people to see it. Especially because if the competition's low for this homepage to be ranked, and my site itself starts going up the search engines, I'm going to have a lot more chance of my site coming up when people search for raised garden beds and a lot of these other keywords. But generally, you kind of want to look for the low competition. So how about grow organic? Kind of sad that there's not that many searches for that as well. Like I said, all of that will change as soon as people see the priority of it. I'm sure people never really, in fact I know people never really cared about computers before they blew up, before they started blowing up and they became a need. So keep that in mind while you guys are doing your keywords and your niches and stuff. If there's not really a need yet, that doesn't matter. That just means you need to make it happen. So kind of looking in the future and see what people are needing and try to give it to them, or just do what you love and kind of go along with it. So let's put in another one. Vegetable seeds, high comp. Just look for a lower one. Here's a medium one. Let's take that one. Gardening tips. Copy and paste that. And I think that's kind of good for now. That's a pretty good example for you guys. Okay, so now we have these in here, and we're going to hit update, and we're keyworded. So now that your site is keyworded, you know how to keyword your site, and it's site mapped, which means that it's visible to the search engines, or meaning that basically what a site map is it kind of scans your site and puts everything in one place so the search engines can see it. So when they look at it, they can kind of see the whole overview of the site. So now that it's keyworded and site mapped, the next thing that we want to do is we want to submit it to the search engines. Now, go ahead and open your browser and put in a search to submit site to search engines. Click enter. Now, as you can see, it's pulling up a bunch of different stuff here. And I like to scroll beneath these bottom ones, or these top ones for some reason, because these are the ones that people pay for, and it doesn't necessarily mean they're on point. But if you scroll down a little bit, these are the ones they've kind of earned their way up the search engine by doing their job and being better. So what we're going to do here is, I already looked at this one earlier. You can click on free website URL submission. And let's see what this says. Right underneath it, website URL submission to top 40 top search engines. So let's click on this. And in here, as you can see, you can put in your URL, email, name, business phone, country. Now, I don't generally like to put my phone number into anything on the internet, really, because I don't like being harassed and called. So I'm not going to use this one. It looks like they just want to call me and sell me stuff, and that's kind of part of their thing. They'll submit my site so they can get my phone number and then try to sell me stuff. That gets kind of scary sometimes because they sell your phone number to other people as well. I don't know if this company's going to do that, but since it's required to have a phone number, I'm not going to do it. I don't like to do that. So what you can do is kind of just move through these. There you go. That's easy enough. Site to submit. Google, Yahoo, Bing, and more. Alright. Has a bunch of different sites here. This could be a good one. Put in your URL, your email address, click proceed, and you can start submitting your site to the search engines. So take your time with this and look up some of these different sites and submit them to some of these search engines. And once they're submitted, the search engines are going to push them through the internet and make them available to people. So that's our method for now. This will help you get traffic. It'll help raise your search engine results, so it'll help push your site up through the search engines and to the front pages of the search engines. And that's pretty much all we're doing. So let's go through that really quick, and then I'm going to show you another really quick traffic method. So once again, we want to go to our all-in-one SEO. And when you're on this page, by the way, I don't know if I showed you this in an earlier video. I think I did. But just to make sure, scroll down towards the bottom, because not always, if your keywords section isn't showing up right here, scroll down to the bottom. And I'm going to close some of this out. And right here where it says keyword settings, use keywords, make sure this is checked enabled. So I think when you install the plugin itself, the SEO pack, it's not enabled. And you have to go in here and do it yourself. So make sure this is clicked enabled. And this way, your keywords are going to show up as well. So do that. Go to your all-in-one SEO pack and set your title, home description, and home keywords, and make sure that your keyword is in all three ones that you want to rank for. And once again, go to Google AdWords, or you can put in Google Keywords. That'll take you right to Google AdWords, it should. There we go. Google AdWords Keyword Planner. Go ahead and click on that. And once again, to get to the Keyword Planner, it's right here under Tools. Just click on it, scroll down to Keyword Planner and click on it. And once you're to this page right here, click Search for New Keywords. Put in whatever keyword you're looking for. Go down here, click Get Ideas. And it's going to pull up a bunch of different keywords that you can use, and it's going to show the competition. So look for the higher search volume and the low competition, such as green living. Actually, I'm going to put green living in here out right now, actually. Since that's a pretty decent amount of searches and has low competition, and right here, may as well. So I'm going to just put this down here in my keywords. All right. Oops, space that out. Update it. So that's pretty much for the keywords. And there it is, update options. And then after you do that, you just want to go down here to your settings. Well, as soon as this saves, I'll show you once it's done saving it. Okay, you go down here to your settings, click XML sitemap, and then we're going to scroll down here. We're going to look right at the top here, and right here it says Google was successfully notified about changes, Bing was successfully notified about changes. That's what you want to do. And if it doesn't say that, and when you add content to your site, such as an article, go ahead and down here and click on Notify Search Engines about your sitemap. Click on this one, or your main sitemap and all sub-sitemaps, and click on this one. So that's pretty much it for those two things. And then go back to your search engine and just put in Submit Site to Search Engines, and start going through some of these and submitting your site to the search engines. Don't go overboard with this. Just keep it kind of simple. They don't like it when you overdo things. The search engines don't. So don't go too overboard, but make sure to utilize these tools. Now the next thing that I wanted to show you guys, after you've done all of this and you've made your site visible and keyworded it and submitted it to some search engines, what I wanted to show you guys is another traffic method. So right beneath this video, if you go click here to sign up for Webfire, if you click on this where it says click here to sign up for Webfire, it's going to open up a new page.
Welcome everyone to...
What Webfire is it's basically a system that does a whole lot of stuff. It'll help you get traffic from the blogs and the forums and answer sites that are already ranked on page 1 of Google and Bing and Yahoo and these major search engines. And what you can do is you can go in and leave a comment on the bottom of these blogs and forums and answer sites, and with a link back to your site. And this way you're getting exposure from the pages of page 1 of Google and Bing and Yahoo, and immediately within like first 5 minutes. So go ahead and watch this video. It does a whole lot of other stuff. You can use this system as well to keyword and sitemap your site. And actually, if you look up keywords in this site, it's much more integrated than Google AdWords. It'll show your monthly searches, and it'll show your global monthly searches as well, instead of just in America. So it's a whole lot more integrated. They'll help you write articles, they'll help you make videos and submit your videos, they'll help you put more content on your site. And there's also a tool in here where you can actually submit your site to I think 80 something different search engines, a whole bunch of different search engines, and make your site visible to the search engine. They do a bunch more stuff as well. So go ahead and watch this video and see if this is something that might interest you. And then click on your Buy Now buttons. And as you can see, it's kind of pricey, but if you use this, it's totally worth it. So go ahead and click your Buy Now buttons, and you can register, and then you can start leaving comments to all these blogs that are already ranked on the first pages of Google. You can submit your site. They can help you with articles and videos and all sorts of different stuff. It's a really, really good way to get traffic and visitors to your site. And you can also analyze your site to make sure that your keyword density is correct and everything's correct here. I just wanted to show you the free methods first, so you knew how to do it the free way, because I know that this whole process, especially when you're getting started, you don't really have all that money to invest in it. But if you do have some extra money to invest in this and you want to move your site up the search engine to get content and get some visitors, is a really, really good way to do that. So go ahead and watch this video and see if you like it. And if you do like it, go ahead and sign up for Webfire. And you're going to get access to all the tools that are available to you that Webfire has to offer. So that's pretty much it for this video. Go ahead and keyword your site, get it sitemapped, make sure your sitemap is working, and submit it to some search engines. And then come in here and watch this Webfire video and see if Webfire is something that might interest you. And it's going to really help you get traffic and really help you out a lot. So that's pretty much it. Go ahead and do these steps and sign up for Webfire if you'd like, and start getting some traffic and start getting some visitors. Also, if you would like, don't forget to go back to the Internet Basics system and Internet Basics and Living Your Dream system, and use some of those free traffic methods as well, such as article marketing and stuff like that. And this is another thing it does too. It'll help you with article marketing and press release. Webfire really does a lot, so go ahead and watch this video. So that's pretty much it. Get your site set up, get it keyworded, sitemap, submit it to some search engines, and then do some of these other steps to get some visitors to your site, and you'll start getting traffic in no time, and you can start making some commissions and start growing your business. So that's pretty much it. Once you're done with this and you feel comfortable, go ahead and move on to the next section, and we're going to show you how to start building an email list and to start building landing pages so you can start capturing people's emails and start do some email marketing. And this is a really, really good way to make money. So that's it for this video. Get these things set up and go ahead and move on to the next section.